Hi there friends, Katie Rex here, your simple stylist. If you're catching this part, you're probably catching me on the replay comment, #replay. It just lets me know that you were able to tune in at a later time. Now, look at this face. Obviously, absolutely no makeup on, all natural. I'm going to show you how using Saint Beauty, which is a cream foundational system, full makeup in one compact, can really elevate your entire makeup system to simplicity because everything is in one location, as well as fast because everything is in one location. And if you're new to a cream foundational system, don't worry about that. It works with every skin tone, texture, color. Beautiful results. You're going to get a natural makeup look using this product. So I'm going to get started in the back, in the bottom of my palette. So I have what's called a palette 18, which has a top and a bottom. That is my brow wax. A top and a bottom section. I keep all my powders on the bottom and I keep all my creams on the top. So eyeshadows obviously are going to go on the bottom. And I'm just going to do like a super, super basic eyeshadow look, which entails using the color. Hey there, Allie. Hey, Cody. How are you guys doing today? Happy Friday. Who is ready for the weekend? I am super excited. Like, our weekends are really starting to get jam-packed with the holidays coming up. It's crazy. So this color here is Oak. It is a very basic. I will actually even get closer to the camera so you guys can really see this makeup in action. I have no filters on. This is straight up my face. Yes, super excited for the weekend, right? I'm just going to add just a teeny bit of that Oak there to the bottom and just kind of smear it around. Now, one of the reasons that I'm doing my eyeshadows first is because then I can clean up any fallout that may fall down where I want my foundation. He is supposed to be sleeping. Bubba, what are you doing awake? Okay, so that was Oak. I'm going to go into this next color, which I believe is Moscow, Sedona. I got to think about it. Holly. I'm totally off there. So this one is Holly. And I'm just still going in with the same dome end. And I'm just going to build up this corner here. And I'm just doing like these swirling motions in the corner. Eyeshadows are so easy to be blended, you guys. So don't ever fret with like picking out colors and stuff. If you would like eyeshadow recommendations just based on like your eyeshadow or your eye colors and what I would recommend for you, let me know. And I can definitely recommend some colors for you. For green or hazel eyes, which is what I have, I mean, you guys can see my palette. I like warm tones, your golds, your shimmers, your greens, oranges. I mean, that's really going to make the green in your eyes just pop. If you think about the opposite of a color wheel, green and red are opposite from each other. So all of these colors are going to definitely complement. I have a hard time getting shimmer shadows to show up. That is a great question. Recommendation, shimmers. There's two different things you can do to get shimmers to show up better on your eyes. The first one, I'm going to go into Oak and do my eyebrows as well. The first thing that you can do is apparently I can't talk at the same time as shaping my brow there. Mommy, use your finger. That's going to give you a more condensed look. Yeah, bud.
When you are done with that, technically move that other side of the towel.
No, you need to go to your bed.
I can't sleep.
You can sleep. Go try again. Go lay down.
I can't.
I'm going to start counting to 3 and I'm going to tell Pickles. Pickles is our elf. Or if you guys do elves on the shelf, but Pickles is ours. Bud, I mean it. Bedtime now. Okay. Next thing with shimmers, you can get there is like shimmer primer, which is like a primer to put on your lids before you put a shimmer on, which helps just the glitters and the shimmers stand out and stick. I personally don't use them. I just use my finger. You can also use a really condensed brush that's very dense and flat. We have one called the Multitasker, which is really good. But again, I just used my fingers, which I'll show you right now. That's what I do. So I got oak, holly on the corner to add some dimension back in there. I just did my brows in oak, and then I'm going to go with my finger into, I love this one here on the end. I need to get some more lighter shades back in my palette. This one is Angel's Landing. It was a new release that just came out. So I'm just using my finger. It came out this summer, I believe. And I just have it there. And then I'm just going to press right on my lid. Like so. And that's what gets the shimmer out there. So I'm going to do it on this side too. Boom. And then I'm going to pop just a slight little bit in this corner. A slight little bit in that corner. And then once I have it placed on my lid, that's when I then take that eyeshadow brush and just kind of blend the shimmer and the matte colors that I had kind of together, especially there on the end. And I'm just kind of like swirling it around till it meshes and blends. Nothing too, you know, technique-y or like special about that. And that's really it. And then I'm just gonna drag this out. I'm not an eyeliner type of person, so I'm not gonna put eyeliner on my eyes. I'm going to do my mascara last, so I'm gonna switch over to my front palette, which is all my creams. So I use the blush and bronzer brush for my main shade foundation, which is these here. I'm gonna go in with my darkest shade and just start buffing ever so lightly, just a couple taps. There's barely any product on my brush. The less product, the better. It's gonna give you the best coverage. It is going to allow a more, like, less texture on your face, on your skin, and your products obviously are gonna last so much longer because of that, because you're using such a little amount. Okay, now that I went through the redness, you can see the redness toned down, but it's still darker than the rest of my face, right? You have to match redness and the darkest part of your face. You have to match it with the same level of color. So if you have super dark under eyes, you have to match it with a really dark color because they have to be the same tone. Then you start layering it, and we're using such little product that it's not like caking on in any way, shape, or form. I feel like I got some of my bronzer in this, but that's okay. And then you just start bringing the tone down. So now I'm going in, which I need to replace this one. This middle one is my main shade foundation, which I use. So the colors that I'm using for my face today, just as a reference, but if you would like to get your own palette built, just message me or fill out that color match form. That is how I get back to all my ladies who would like to try this system out. I'm using Amber was the darkest shade that I used. Then a Candlelit is my main. And this one over here is Linen, which is my brightener shade. Okay, so now I'm just putting Candlelit everywhere else. I'm going over top of that Amber that I used on my redness, and that's okay. We're just kind of buffing the color around like so. Now I'm going to go in with the lightest shade. And I'm gonna clean up my jawline a little bit because my neck is always super light compared to my face. So I wanna make sure that blends, and we're just getting a nice sheer coverage across our face. It's correcting all that redness. If you guys were here at the beginning of my live, you saw how red my face was. And we're just bringing it down in tone back to a neutral color. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to switch brushes now because I'm going to get into some detail, and we're going to use the detail brush for that. So in the inner corner of my eye, I'm going to use the detail brush to pop that and just brighten it like so. Outer corner, clean up that eyeliner that we did. Uplifting motion. Same on this side. Okay. Same over here. outer corner, clean up any of that eyeshadow that fell. Kind of whatever's left over, I just kind of place around under my eye, just tapping and blending. I'm going to pop it on both sides of my nose and above my lip. This is just going to be a little brightening around here, and then I do put a little on my chin. So we're brightening that up. Do you see how well this is all coming together? Then I'll take whatever's left over down my nose. Then the other side is where I'm going to go into some contour, and we're going to chisel out these cheekbones. So the contour that I'm using is called Ash. It's a beautiful shade. Your contours are going to be ash in tone, and you're just going to pop that under the cheekbone like so, and flick motion kind of up, and we're just shaping that dimension there. So you don't want to over blend, but you always blend up, never down, okay? So I'm just kind of shaping out this cheekbone right here. Shaping out, let's add some more over here, shaping out this cheekbone over here. And you can feel your cheekbone when you're pressing up. Like, you can feel where it's at, and you blend it up. Now we got some cheek dimension going on. I'm going to go head on like this and just swoop across my forehead. And then I just do like these circular motions out and blend it up into my hairline. Then I'm going to take that same brush and go down the sides of my nose. So we're going to contour our nose just a little bit. This, I always say, is optional. Some people don't prefer to contour their nose, some do. But the object is just to create a slimmer, slender bridge, and you want to just keep those lines as close together as possible. And then I just flip the brush around and clean up and blend anything on the outside. Do you see how well this is just coming together? So we're creating that depth and dimension. Whatever's left over, I pop under my chin and drag it down. Now I'm going to go back to my other brush and use the really puffy end and go into the bronzer, and I'm just rotating it around. I've got this all bronzed up, and I bronze everything. So we're just swirling on the top of that cheekbone and adding warmth, and do this C shape kind of like around your face, around your eye, like so. How beautiful is this coming together? And because everything's in one layer, I just hold the palette and switch between my brushes and work. I mean, it's super simple, super easy. A little bit on my nose. And then I do take a little bit and go down my neck because, like I said, I love being bronzed. My neck and chest are always so much lighter than my face. But in order to give myself longevity and make sure that redness doesn't appear on my face throughout the day and pop through my makeup, I want to make sure that I'm using those darker colors on my face and bringing that tone back down. Now, the last thing is lip and cheeks. I actually bought our advent calendar this year, which came with these miniature lip and cheeks, like half sizes. Normally, they come in a full tin like this, but with the advent calendar, there's a 12 color one and a 25 color one, and they're all miscellaneous lip and cheek colors. But because I was able to get those, I can put more in my palette because they're half sizes, which I love. I'm going to go into this color, which is Pop, and she is so beautiful. She's one of our new ones. She looks super red, right? So I'm just going to pop her on my cheeks directly using my finger. I'm going to take whatever is left over. I don't get too close to the apple of my cheek. And I'm just going to outline my lips because this is a lip color as well. These are called lip and cheek colors. Then I'm going to go with the small end and just buff this out. And I just go up and down into the apple of my cheek and brush it back. So you're kind of blending that in with your contour. But isn't that just such a beautiful color? So amazing. And I try not to keep the concentration. I try to keep the concentration up on the cheekbone, lifting up high instead of the apple of my cheeks. Because I have such a rounder face, I want to make sure that all of this uplifts and pulls away, which is going to give the illusion that my face is longer, not shorter and rounder than it already is. Okay, last but not least, You can put a setting powder on. We do have setting powder tins. I also have an illuminator here, so I'll just use my finger and add just a little bit of that extra shimmer to the very top of my cheeks bones, tip of my nose, and Cupid's bow. And then I'm going to finish it off with some mascara. I am using Thrive Liquid Lash Extension. It is the bomb diggity. Saint Makeup does not have a mascara, FYI. And this is it. I mean, did you see how fast I was able to put that together? There we go. So, again, click that link above. Message me if you would like to get your own color match for simple, quick, easy makeup that gives you amazing results in like no time at all. Okay? Take care. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll talk soon. Bye.